So I don't think the federal government has a role to play in space exploration. This is objectivism holds that the role of government is to protect individual rights. It's to protect us from crooks. It's to protect us from fraud. It's to protect us from terrorists and foreign countries. It's invading us. It's to run a justice system. Space is above and beyond that. Space has nothing to do with those functions. Now, you could make an argument that there's some role in terms of defense for defense satellites and things like that, but that does not involve going to Mars or exploring the rest of the solar system. So I really don't think government has any role here. And in addition to that, in the world we live in today, government just can't afford it. The United States government is basically bankrupt. We can't afford kind of the basic things that we've already committed to doing. NASA is, even within the framework of the existing government, a luxury that it cannot be afforded. What I'd like to see is to see government shrink dramatically, free up private capital so that private enterprise can do this. And we're already seeing significant progress in the private world towards space exploration. Companies like SpaceX and other companies that are similar, that are developing rockets that are going to go to the space station. Of course, NASA doesn't have today the ability to take astronauts to the space station, so they're going to hire private companies to do it. I think we need to encourage that. We need to facilitate that, and the way you facilitate it is not by any government dictate, not by any government's control, but by indeed eliminating controls, reducing regulations, eliminating government supervision over these companies. Let them free up their imagination, let them go access capital, let them go explore space. Let's privatize space. Let's think about how we can privatize terrestrial bodies. Maybe there's money to be made in developing mining expeditions to the moon or to asteroids, or who knows? I mean, this is the beauty of leaving it up to the private sector. We can't imagine what the possibilities are. What we need qua government to do is free it up. In my view, eliminate NASA and shrink government so there's more capital available to the private sector, and think about how we develop law as it applies to discoveries, as it applies to private property rights over space and over terrestrial bodies, so that we provide the right incentive for private companies to go out and explore space.